This is for Math 7 pre-algebra. This is Chapter 2, Section 5, Dividing Rationals. So we're going to start off with fractions and then go into decimals, even though this is a 2-day lesson. I'm going to show it in one video. It'll be a more brief version. So fractions are first. I just want you to know that sometimes we can just divide. Sometimes. Actually, you can all the time, but with certain pairs of fractions it's going to be easier than others. Here's a simple example of when it works. So you have to be aware of what you're doing and what fractions you're working with at the time. So 4/15 divided by 2/3. What you just have to quickly ask yourself, is 4 divisible by 2 and is 15 divisible by 3? If you can say yes to both of those questions, then yeah, you can just divide. Okay? But that's not always the case. Generally, this is what we're going to do. Generally, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. This always works. No matter what pair of fractions they give us, this always works, okay? So we've got 5/11 divided by half. In short, if we have A over B divided by C over D, what we're going to write is A over B times D over C. This is something you are not going to want to forget. So in this case, this is A over B, so that's going to stay A over B. This was division, now it's multiplication. This was C over D, now it's D over C. 5 times 2 is 10. 11 times 1 is 11. And there you go. If you try doing this with the just divide example, you can get 10/11s, but it takes a little bit extra effort. Let's try another one with a mixed number. 2 3/8 divided by 2. So first and foremost, let's clean house a little bit. We're going to change this to an improper. So 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3 is 19 over 8. And 2 is going to be 2 over 1. Again, can you divide straight across? Well, 19 divided by 2 is not a nice simple number. So we're going to do our multiplying by the reciprocal. This is going to stay A over B. The division is going to become multiplication. And our C over D is now D over C. 19 times 1 is 19. 8 times 2 is 16. Again, improper fractions are acceptable answers. They're just called improper because the numerator is greater than the denominator. Alright, let's move on to some decimals. Here's some review. Back to A over B. A over B is, as a fraction, would look like this in long division. Okay. Now if we give it to you in this form, A divided by B, well, that's still going to be the same long division. Again, something to always think about. Four and 56/100 divided by 3/10. So if this is A and this is B, it's going to look like this. Don't forget, we're going to have to move our decimals, so let's do that now. This is going to shift here, and this is going to shift here. And the reason why, if you remember from elementary school, is we want to divide by a whole number. So 3 into 4 once, 3 into 15 5 times, 3 into 6 twice. Our decimal's here, so it goes up here. 15 and 2/10. We're going to do just one more of these. 71 and 2/10 divided by 2/100. Again, A divided by B. Here's B. Here's A. We want to divide by a whole number that takes 2 place values. So 2 place values. And we can just start dividing. 2 into 7. 2 into 11. 2 into 12. And then the most important part of this, 2 into 0. So the answer is 3,560. I didn't spend a lot of time talking about how to divide with decimals because this is a review. Hopefully the video helps you with your homework.